Loudest season of your glow up journey is when you go quiet. Today, I'm gonna share with you how I protect my peace while still glowing and growing. Welcome to Niece's World. This is Shanice, and if you're new to my channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, welcome and thank you so much for returning. If you are ready to dive into more mental clarity, because I feel like that's a huge flex, drop some blue hearts in the comments below, because I feel like we both are going to resonate with this entire topic for today. It is time to unplug, to reconnect. Whenever we go to bed, I'm not sure if you're guilty, but I could be very guilty of this, is I love to be on TikTok to put myself to bed. And it's not something that I want to do. It's just that some of the people that I follow and some of the content that I do have on my home screen are entertaining. But we have to find the ways to disconnect from the world and unplug when we're unwinding for bed. So I have been trying, and I'm not gonna tell you that I'm 100%, but it's something that I'm working on, is reading one chapter a book a night, just to help me to unwind from the world and to unplug and to just block out any negativity and to just have that one time to focus on what I'm doing right now and not always having to rely on being on social media. And also, I read a study that when you have screen-free nights, it actually helps you to go to sleep quicker. And I've noticed that there are times like when I'm on TikTok and I'm like, oh damn, it's like 11 o'clock and I'm still on, I try to get off and it takes me forever to fall asleep. But if I read a book and I unwind, I'm ready to go to bed. Like, I'm knocked out. Second, you have to be selective with your access. Not everybody deserves access to you, and that is perfectly fine. This is where you're gonna have boundaries. This is what boundaries is. This is what boundary entails. No is an answer. You don't have to explain why. And if that person drains your energy, you don't need them around you. If that thing drains your energy, you don't need it around you. This is a time when you are focusing on yourself and your clarity. The last thing you want to have is have somebody and their negativity disrupt that. And again, no is a complete sentence. No, you do not need a why. Boundaries are there for a reason, and we have to respect people's boundaries. Third, it's time to journal out the noise. So if you opt to journal, I'm all for it. I am 50-50 on journaling. I'll be honest with you. I have tried, stop. But Bible study, I was definitely journaling, so I would definitely say on that. But what I do instead of journaling, I actually talk to God. I take that time out to actually speak with God, have a conversation with God, resonate with God. That's what I do within my time and my journey. Everybody's different. If you want to journal, it's a time for you to unwind and for you to gain clarity and for you to rewind and unset, to rewind and reset. And this is a time when you also ask yourself questions. What's draining me? So you're talking to God, say, hey God, what is draining me? Oh, this is draining me. What do you want to avoid? What do you want to improve on? What do you want to work on? What's bothering you? What's affecting you? That's the time out when you would journal that, but it's also the time out if you opt, like I do, talk. Lastly, it is very important to learn how to say no gracefully, and this goes back to protecting your peace and making sure that nobody has access to you if they are draining you, and they have to respect your boundaries. So when it comes to saying no gracefully, this is something that I am still working on. But I feel like when you tell people no, they don't expect that and they don't like that. But they have to understand that's how you feel, and that's how you feel. And if they feel a way about that, that's something that they have to internally work on within themselves. Because honestly, there is no nice way that you could turn somebody down and say no without them being offended. And saying no does not have to be an excuse. Your peace is your number one priority. So what I'm trying to say is that people have to understand, just because you say no to something, they have to respect that, and they have to respect your boundaries. And I know that's something that I am still working on and learning, that I don't have to over explain myself. It's just something that I'm still guilty of. Sometimes I say no because when I should say no. But one thing I have learned that my mother always told me is when you are when you're declining something, be very upfront and honest with somebody about that, so they don't get any other ideas. And I feel like that's something that I'm proud of myself that I could work on, but I tend to still over explain myself, and that's something that I'm still working on. And you're probably still working on it too. But I love people that have that mindset to know to protect your peace, because protecting your peace is the number one thing that's going to help you to continue to reset, to realign, and to regroup, especially within this glow up season. And fall and the winter time is the best time to do it. I love fall and I love winter. And the reason why I do is because as somebody that grew up in New York and it's the cooler months, you're typically left home unless they're going to work, school, all that stuff. But you're not really out as much. And this is the time you focus on yourself eternally. Some people work out and they work out crazy so they can look good for the summertime. This is the time some people unwind and they just prepare yourself for their holidays. Like, this is a time that I love so much, and I feel like it's always perfect to do that with me. And understand, you are not selfish for choosing yourself and for focusing on yourself and to making people know they no longer have access to you. So comment protecting my peace with a blue heart in the comments if you follow me. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you rate, share, like, subscribe, you tell a friend, all that good stuff. Stay bougie, stay blessed, keep growing and keep glowing. Bye.